I love this question. Thoughts on non-vegans? Hey guys, it's Genevieve. Welcome to or back to my channel. We are scaling things back this week. I know last week was a very thought-provoking, very in-depth video. So to balance it out, we are doing a chill Q&A. Yeah, answering some questions. So I got you guys to send over your questions on my Instagram story. So if you want to take part in future videos like these, you should go follow me at genevieve.mason on Instagram. And I've really been pushing my content over on Instagram, so it would mean the world to me if you went and checked it out. Anyway, without further ado, let's go on to the questions. I honestly can't tell if this bun looks cute. When I did it yesterday, it looked cute, but today it kind of looks like a little poo on my head. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, so the first question is, do you want to go to college? I am not going to college or university. It is something that just hasn't appealed to me. I don't know if I've actually answered this question in a previous Q&A or not. With the careers that I want to pursue, so like contortion and social media, it doesn't make sense to spend so much money on getting a degree when I don't really need it for what I'm doing. If something changes and I decide that I want to do something that does involve me getting a degree or going to university, I'll go. But until then, I'm just gonna save my money. The next question is, how do you edit your Instagram photos? They're amazing. Thank you. I used to use the Cali preset pack from Do You Travel, which I really liked. This was in the earlier stages of my account, so if you like the very orangey, warm tone photos, definitely check out Do You Travel. Then I moved away from that and I was just editing each photo according to what I felt like, changing the lighting and the coloring just so that everything flowed together nicely. And then more recently, I switched over to using the JC Marie Smith summer preset pack, which is by far my favorite. I think that she did a really great job on them, and they're very customizable and they're not like overboard. Like, you can't necessarily tell that it's an intense preset. But yeah, presets definitely, if you're looking to further your photography or if you're starting a social media Instagram, like a business Instagram, then definitely presets are like the best thing to do, because presets just take your photos from looking amateur to professional. Literally every influencer has a preset pack, so I'm sure if you're looking, you can for sure find someone that has your similar aesthetic. The next question is from Tristan, who wants a shout out, so here you go. Any tips you have to build more confidence? I would say the biggest thing for confidence and the biggest thing that has helped me is proving to myself time and time again that I am capable of reaching a goal. I'm super goal oriented, so anytime that I fulfill a goal, even if it's super small, like just taking the time in the morning to meditate or read, that honestly is a confidence booster. And obviously the bigger the goal, the bigger the confidence boost. I'd say that the more you can focus on personal growth, the more you're going to naturally just stand stronger in who you are, and obviously that will then transfer into your confidence and how you present yourself. The next question is, thoughts on non-vegans? I love this question, for one, because I've honestly really been wanting to talk about this. I would say that I have no issues with someone choosing to not be vegan if they have gone through the proper education. So meaning they've watched the documentaries, they've researched, they've watched tons of YouTube videos about veganism from plant-based dietitians or plant-based doctors. If they have sat through slaughterhouse footage, then honestly, if you can get through all of that and not go vegan, that's on you, that's totally fine. But I'd say for the most part, people can't do that. I think that if you don't have any extenuating health concerns, then going vegan is honestly the right thing to do. Obviously, take it gradually and just work your way up to it. I think that most people in the world can and should be vegan so that we can protect the world that we live in and the animals on it. And also for our own health, of course. The next question is, what is the biggest lesson you've learned through quarantine? I'd have to say the biggest lesson has been just to go easier on myself. My mood has a huge correlation to my level of productivity. Like, if I am not being productive, typically my mood is pretty low, like I'm pretty sad. But that was something that I really had to force myself to let go of, because obviously during quarantine I couldn't do my usual routine, and that was really hard on me for the first like month or so. But then eventually I kind of got into a better, healthier routine of just letting myself do things at my own pace and not putting pressure on myself to have, you know, this and this done by this time in the day, and like scheduling out my days like crazy in depth. It just was something that I really needed to get over, and I feel so much better now that I have. The next question is, any advice for getting clear on your visions/goals for the future? Honestly, this sounds kind of lame, but I would say journaling is the best way to get your ideas out and kind of set them in action. Break down life into like the 5 or 6 main categories: personal, home environment, career and hobbies, spirituality, and financial wealth. I think those are the main ones. In your journal, with those categories, write out what your version of abundance is. What does abundance mean for you in each of those categories? I did this last year at a retreat that I went to, and it honestly worked incredibly for all 14 of us that were there, and it really helped us get clear on our visions. Unfortunately, I can't necessarily give you the best advice ever because, to be honest, my visions for the future just came to me so easily and also at a very young age, so it's kind of difficult, but hopefully that advice helps you. The next question is, what is a place in the world that you feel most relaxed? So obviously I haven't been all around the world, so I guess I won't have a concrete answer for this until I do travel a lot more. I definitely have to say at the retreat center in Hilo. Last year in September, I went to Hawaii for a retreat that I was going to, and I met some of the most incredible girls I have ever met. They honestly are like my sisters now. We talk super often and I just love them with my whole heart and soul. And we had the most transformative workshops and fun little adventures just around Hilo. I have never felt more safe and accepted and loved there than I have anywhere else. Like, honestly, my heart is still in Hilo. The next question is, who are your favorite YouTubers? And I actually got this one twice. So I'm just gonna go to my YouTube app and read off some of my favorites. Okay, I'm just gonna quickfire because honestly, if I went in depth about why I love each individual YouTuber, this would be a very long video. Elise Parker, Ava Jules, Ellie Thuman, Emma Chamberlain, JC Marie Smith, Megan Grubb, Megan Rinks, Pippin Jardine, Sadie Aldis, Sarah Therese, Sarah's Day. Sorella Moore is probably my absolute favorite YouTuber, and also Zoella, or Zoe Sugg. Those are my favorite YouTubers by far, honestly. I mean, there's a couple more, but like I don't watch them religiously. These people, every single time they upload, I'm like right there on that video as soon as I can. The next question is 5 places you want to travel and why. I really want to go to Australia. If you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, you know that that is like my end goal. I want to live there, ideally in Byron Bay. I just feel like I'd fit in so well there. I really want to go back to Hawaii and explore the different islands because when I was there last, I only was in Hilo. So I love to experience more of the culture, more of the islands, and just really experience Hawaii. I really want to go to Bali because honestly, it just looks absolutely beautiful. I really want to go to Iceland, which is like the polar opposite of all 3 of those other locations, but Sorella Moore is a huge inspiration of mine and that's where she lives, and I have just seen the most incredible scenery on her videos and her Instagram posts, so I just have to go there at some point. And I also really want to go to London in the UK. Honestly, a lot of different places in the UK, but I'd love to go to Brighton because I've been watching Zoella since I was like 10. When I was younger, I actually really wanted to live in Brighton. Then I realized that it's basically the same temperature as BC, which is freaking cold. It's too cold for me. I need to live in a warm climate, but I actually really wanted to live in Brighton when I was little. So yeah, I feel like I just need to go to Brighton to live out my childhood dream of going there. The next question is, describe your soulmate in 3 words. This is honestly really hard because there's like so many different qualities that I would want in a person. Compassionate, trustworthy, or no, compassionate, reliable, and adventurous. The next question is, have you ever gotten drunk? I have not. The next question is, do you make money off of YouTube AdSense yet? I do not. I make absolutely nothing from doing this other than my own enjoyment. Literally, I am not making a single penny right now. Honestly, kind of sad because I'm broke right now, but it is what it is. I have to just wait it out. It'll come eventually. Obviously, I'm not doing this solely for the money. I really enjoy creating content and I love learning. So like learning how to use a camera, how to just like create different styles of content has been so fulfilling and I'm loving it so much. But I definitely really want to start making money from doing this at some point just because of how much effort and time I have to put into this. The next question is by the same person and they're asking, if yes or no, how many watch hours have you achieved on your channel? So I checked about 2 days ago and I had 710 watch hours, which is actually crazy. Like that is, I calculated it, and that is the equivalent of someone watching my videos for an entire month. The next question is, how do you get over the fear of doing acro skills? So fun fact about me, I used to be absolutely petrified of doing a handstand. It honestly took me about a year, if not a year and a half, to even just like be comfortable kicking up into a handstand. When I was younger, I was doing a handstand on the field because all my friends were doing it, and I fell like straight on my head. So yeah, I was just terrified after that point, so it took a long time for me to like work up the courage to do it. But then of course I started doing contortion, and a huge part of contortion is hand balancing. Anyway, so the thing that got me over that fear was realizing that I can bridge out of it. So as long as you know how to get out of the skill, you're fine. For me, doing my handstand, it was like, even if I go way too far, I'm just gonna land in a bridge, and bridges are comfortable. I'd say that's the biggest thing. Also, just like really trust your teacher. Know that they would not have you doing something that they don't think is safe for you to do. If you are self-taught, definitely make sure you have someone supervising you. Ideally, if you can have someone spot you, that's even better. And the last question is, how do you stay motivated? So the thing with motivation is that it comes and goes in waves. You're not always going to be motivated, and the best thing that you can do for yourself to keep progressing on whatever you're working on is to just build up the discipline. I know that this is really hard to do, but I would say just focus on like a handful of different habits that you can do daily or weekly that will help you progress on whatever project or hobby you are doing. And I also would say find a creator that really motivates you. For me, whenever I am like feeling in a rut, I go straight to Sorella Moore's channel, and instantly I'm feeling so much more motivated. That is all of the questions for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe and tick the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. And you can also follow me on Instagram at genevieve.mason for more of my life and more of my content. And I also just want to give you guys a little bit of a reminder to support the creators that you enjoy watching. If that's me, if that's another YouTuber or another Instagrammer, please support them, because even just double tapping a photo, liking a video, subscribing to their channel, following their Instagram, sharing their posts, like there's endless things that you can do to help out the people that you care about. And also, I hope you guys are taking some time for you today, having a wonderful Soul Sunday and a wonderful start to your week. And with all that being said, I hope to see you in my next video. I honestly don't know why I always say that, because it's not like you're in the video, but like you're watching the video. So anyway, I'll see you next week.